If anyone's looking at me and wondering, did he actually dress like this when he went to prom? I would have if I had gone to my senior prom. And what I thought at the time was a supreme act of cultural defiance. I skipped my senior prom. Nobody cared. People weren't asking about me. I didn't realize that until several years later. I thought I was so cool. So if you've been coming for the last several years, there are 2 holiday traditions here at the Dayton Poetry Slam, one of which, from what I understand, you're going to get on the 17th, but one of which you get tonight because I'm not going to be here on the 17th. I rewrite Twas the Night Before Christmas every year. And I make it topical and hopefully funny. And I did this one year out of just pure like anger and bile and whatnot, and I just continue doing it. So this is what it is this year. In the words of Tyler King, I have to assume my stage persona.
Oh my God.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and in Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump had been given a mean tweet embargo. The classified documents stored in the closet with care in hopes the highest bidder's funds soon would be there. Giuliani was nestled all snug in his bed while visions of Four Seasons landscaping danced in his head. With Melania in the guest room and Trump on his cell phone, asking Boebert, "Don't make me go to the play all alone." When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, Trump sprang from his bed as he voided his bladder. On to Truth Social, he went with a flash to remind all of his followers he's a millionaire who needs cash. The doom on the rise turned Trump into a vulture, taking food money from serfs with words like cancel culture, when what to his wondering eyes should appear but a New York house rep who lied to get here. With a backstory so layered it sounded like shtick, Trump knew in that instance he could co-opt this quick. More rapid than eagles, his judgment day came, so Trump knew a distraction would be listing all George Santos's names. He's Preston, he's Lyle, he's Heinrich, he's Lester, he's Bruno, he's Gunther, he's Dunstan and Chester. Through the doors of the court, off the courtroom walls, no stopping momentum, indictments still fall. As the briefs come down like the hurricane flies, Donnie sits in his office chair and begins to cry. So up to the DA, his former allies, they flew, turning state's evidence for a shaved year or two. And then there was stumbling I heard on the roof. It was Trump on a coke binge saying things most uncouth. And just as the midterms were all coming around, the verdicts rolled in with guilt always found. Soon dressed all in orange from his head to his toes, he blamed rosacea for his bright red coke nose. And the attorney's fees that he held on his back disappeared with bankruptcy. Those lawyers aren't getting jack. His eyes, they were so broken. His thin hair looked so weary, still grinding. His jaw still grinding and clenched his nose like a cherry. He spent all of his clout still begging for dough, and his cultists just asked him which prison fund should they go. His last bit of hope he ground down in his teeth, soon eating stale bread and chipped cream of beef. You could see his cold face, his little round belly, made to take bottom bunk when he got put in cell 3. He was aloof and dumbstruck and not quite himself. I still laugh when I see him in spite of myself. With a wince in his eyes and a shake of his head, soon gave me the thought he had feelings of dread. He spoke not a word but went straight to his bunk and learned very quickly prison coke was just junk. And in November, when the vote totals rose, Trump supporters found their candidates were deposed. As Biden sprang from his chair to his team gave a whistle for more moderate rhetoric and ballistic missiles. And I heard Biden exclaim in late 27 that if Gen Z shows up, we can have a progressive heaven.